Good evening, everybody. Don't know if anyone's here yet. Don't think so. I hope we're all well. Who's on live today? Can anyone hear me? Is anyone on? Hope you can hear me okay. Anyway, who have I got here? Got someone here. Les, a lonely Les. How are you, mate? Charlie Barnes says hello. Hello, Charlie. Can hear fine. Good stuff. That's great to hear, mate. We are here. Andrew is here. Hello, Andrew. We got a few here. That's good. Committed and Stupid Fishing Adventures. Reese checking in. Hey, lads. How you going, Reese? Thanks for tuning in, mate. Seen you, I think, for all lives now, mate. You've been here for every one of them. Les, you have too, I'm pretty sure. So thanks for coming back. I do appreciate it. It's probably going to be a pretty quick one tonight. So we'll get straight into it anyway. So a bit of a recap on last month. Last month, you probably remember, if you have been here before, that we had some connection issues and it was a bit of a mission getting the live done. So we ended up needing to do our giveaway in a bit of an unorthodox way, which is a bit annoying, but you get that. We've got 7 people on the live now. Wrangling with no fish. G'day, Connor. How are you, mate? Hope you're well. So I had a bit of a rough one last time. My mother's on the live as well. Hello, office. Got 2 readies today. Good release. Hope you went well today. I did, Mum. I'll tell you about that later on. But So last month, obviously, as I said, we had a bit of a mission getting onto the live stream with the connection issues, but alas, we got it done and we're all good now. So congratulations to last month's giveaway winner. His name's Travis Aspinall. He won the it was a stump jumper and a cod slapper. We've got another giveaway today, guys. We've got the lures up here. Wicked little lure pack. A couple of Asakura cranks there, as you can see. So camera's having a hard time focusing there. So there's the crankbaits. I'll thank Pudge for selecting these lures along with Glennie at Hook Up Bait and Tackle. So I've got a Daiwa Presso in the come on mate, focus. I've got the Daiwa Presso in the spotted dog pattern. Really nice lure, this. And another big boy, we got the 80 SP Duo Realis Minnow. So, really good little lure, that one. Suspending. Wicked little giveaway, that one. So, it was a good month. We've done a fair bit. So we'll get into some fishing reports now. I haven't got many local reports, so it'll be pretty much just what I've done this month, and that'll be that. Jeff Bade says, "G'day, mate." G'day, Jeff. Thanks for tuning in, as always, mate. It's good to see you back. We've been out again around the southern part of our dividing range, having a bit of a flick for trout with conventional and fly gear. Did some proper videos, which will be a premiere after this video. So stick around on the channel, guys, because there is a video going to premiere straight after the live. I haven't scheduled it as a premiere, but it will be coming straight up after this. I'll just basically jump off and hit go on the video, so we can watch that together as well. So it's sort of extending the live a little bit, I guess, if you know what I mean, bit of a watch party if you're keen to look at it and check it out. So fly, been chasing them with the 3-weight 7.6 that I bought a little while ago now. a lot on the nymph, a couple on dry. Got some really nice footage of dry takes and stuff like that for this particular video. So keep your eyes open for that one. Conventional gear. Actually, I went out today. You can see the spin stick behind me here. I had a bit of a go. I got one really good brown, probably about 50-ish centimeters, maybe a little bit bigger. Nice big spawn run brown. That was on one of these pressos, actually. The slightly bigger version in a spangled perch color. So I did it with the 95 floating, and I also got busted off by a bit of a bigger one as well. So yeah, user 333 is here. How you going, mate? Thanks for dropping in and saying g'day and checking out the live. I read your question just a bit earlier, so we'll get to the Q&As a bit later on. We've got a few to get through. So gear used was usually like a stimulator or a hopper pattern on the fly gear with either a brown or black with like a gold or black beadhead nymph or nickel finish beadhead nymph. Underneath that is a dropper. With the conventional gear, as I was saying before, spin stick using like 80 to 100 mil long jerk bait. So really, really good at this time of the year. So get onto those spawn fish while you can, because they're getting up into the rivers right now. Cod, I've been doing a bit of fishing for cod as well. I did a drift with Mark, as I alluded to last live. Didn't actually get any cod in that one. I got one yellow belly and dropped one cod, which you might have seen as a short here on YouTube. That was a good fish. That we lost that on the rod tip. That one. It was a bit of a painful one. That river's got my number at the moment, so a bit hard to get through that. But yeah, that's all right. We'll get there. Awesome short, says Committed and Stupid Fishing Adventures. Thanks, mate. I appreciate that. Would have been awesome if I was going, look at this, a nice fish, but you get that. But I've been exploring some new water land-based as well. Not new water, but new sections of water that I've fished before. I caught last weekend 6 very small little rat cod and a nice little yellow belly as well. So we did all right there. Got enough footage for a decent video in that one. So should get a video out of that. Now I'm just going through some footage and stuff like that. Sort of got it half edited, if you know what I mean. But getting there. And but the trout one's probably the one I'm most proud of this time around, being a new style, fly fishing, that sort of stuff, getting some good stuff. The weather's cooling down a little bit, obviously, so the smaller fish and the hyperactive little buggers in the cod realm are going to be starting to slow down. Obviously, less fish being caught, but the fish that are going to be getting caught are going to be decent. So looking forward to the cooler months, and hopefully I can get out and do another kayak drift before it gets too cold. I will be going somewhere possibly this weekend. Haven't made my mind up yet with regards to trout fishing. So hoping to find some good spawn fish in that trip if I end up doing that. So yeah, that's the plans anyway. So what else we got here? Local stuff. I haven't had many reports from local areas. Had one young bloke message me today, said there were some EPs getting caught around Devil Bend and stuff like that. So if you're keen and you're in that area, go and check that out. Redfin have been getting caught still. I tend to think, probably winter time, they might be a bit harder to get, I reckon. So they're still going all right, but so that's the local stuff. Not, like I said, I haven't had many reports from local stuff. So, can't really give you much news on that one, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry, I've got some comments coming through here. Where'd it go? Local reddies are fat and shutting down now. Yeah, I thought so. As it's starting to cool down, they'll start to shut down a little bit. So, yeah. Ranger with no fish. Are you planning on doing any comps soon? No, probably not at the moment. I wanted to get into, I've just got a bit too much on at the moment, so it's been a bit hard to get into comps again. I would like to get back into them at some point, but yeah, time's been a bit of a factor for me at the moment. So not really planning on doing any comps, but yeah, hopefully I'll probably think next year once I'm a bit more settled with my boat and stuff like that. I think I might be able to get back in and do some comps then. 42 Fishing says, "How you doing?" I say, "I'm doing well, mate. Thank you very much, and thanks for tuning into the live as well." Now, where we got to, yeah, what's coming up for this month? More fly fishing for trout, and obviously explored new water for cod, which I've already alluded to. What's on next month? I would probably think more cod and more trout again. Just trying to take advantage of the spawn run on trout. You've got to take your opportunities while they're there, and there's some good fishing ahead, I think. So we'll be jumping into that and doing some more of that. Hopefully in some bigger water, newer water, northeast sort of situation. Should be good. Yeah. Right. Yes. We'll get to some Q&A now. We're breezing right the way through this, so I'll jump in here. We'll go straight to user 333's question here, and it says, do trout change their feeding behavior in the approaching winter? If so, should we do anything differently? I kind of alluded to that, like, well, not necessarily winter, because most of winter it's out of season for trout anyway, but specifically rivers, winter or colder months fishing tends to be, the spawn run for rainbow and brown trout. So rainbow spawn a little bit later, so you tend to see them a bit later and more closer to winter doing their spawn run. So where there's good rainbows around, or they're in lakes and stuff like that, then I'd suggest to check those systems out and tributaries of those systems as well. So yeah, but they do change their feeding habits through winter. Like in the fly fishing realm of things, a lot of people are glow bugging and stuff like that in winter because a lot of eggs are washing down through the river, especially with heightened flow. So as fresh rain comes into the system, gets heaps of more flow that washes some eggs out. So you get eggs getting devoured by trout as a result of that. So glow bugging is a good way to do that, and people do glow bug on spin gear as well. People do that on the Snowy and other places like that up around in New South Wales and stuff like that also. So it's definitely a good shout to do some glow bugging during colder months. But as far as conventional gear, like spin gear, like normal stuff that you would normally use, it doesn't change too much, I don't think. Most of the things that you're trying to emulate with those sorts of things are, fish imitation stuff like this, hard bodies, they're all going to work year round for trout. So yeah, as fry and other small prey item fish are still active during the winter months, and they are being predated on by trout. So yeah, the things that don't really, the things that do change a bit are terrestrial life. So like insect life is a little bit different. So you don't have hoppers and things like that, floating downstream, so they're not as actively feeding on those types of insects. Nymphs are still obviously there. They're year round, so that's that. And obviously going back on the spin gear, using hard bodies, fish imitation, stuff like that, if you're on fly, would be probably a good time to stream a fish. So fishing with streamers, which are basically a fish imitation fly. So yeah, that'd be that for that question. I hope that answers that question anyway. That seemed to be quite a long one, but we got there. I've got a couple here from Les at Pitbull. Thanks for putting these through as well. I'll just read the whole thing. Firstly, the content has been greatly, especially enjoying the quality shots of the environments of fishing and are in ease to watch. But what is your favorite type of fishing to film? Ooh, I don't know, man. I can't be honest with you. I don't prefer one or another. I would say that land-based fishing for anything is easier to film, especially with this camera, because I can plonk it down somewhere, I can get a frame, and I can stand in that frame and cast and fish. And those sorts of shots are actually pretty cool and a different perspective, and not just some goon walking up a river with a GoPro on his head. So I do like those sorts of shots and those sorts of styles of filming. So if I was going to say a preference, I would say land-based over kayak, but boat gives me the opportunity to use the big camera still too, so that's good. So boat and land-based fishing of any sort, doesn't matter if it's cod, trout, bass, whatever. I love it all. So not necessarily a type that I prefer, but if I was to have to choose nitpick out of them, it'd have to be those two over kayak fishing. So he's got another one here. Now you've started fly fishing. Are you more stealth when approaching the water, and does it make a big difference? Now, it's funny you mentioned that. The approach that I had with the water today was a lot more methodical and a lot slower than I usually go when I'm spinning. I would definitely take that as an influence from the last few sessions on fly. Reason being is with fly, because it's such a small presentation and you are able to fish a lot of water with fly, water that you wouldn't probably think you would fish at all and still catch fish, which is pretty cool, I must say. Like in the Premier, you'll see what I'm doing in the start is I'm fishing absolutely everything. Anything that I can see that looks like might hold fish, I'm casting at it. Just sort of at not even it's basically a rod length. I've got this much main line out of my the tip of my rod at the time, just flicking and drifting and flicking and drifting and walking still. But I'm just trying not to spook anything upstream so that I get something come up and actually eat. So, and I had a good day that day. I caught probably 50 to 60 trout that day. So, they won't all be in the video, obviously, because I try to pick the best takes and the best video, to give the best experience for you guys. So that's the idea. But I had 50, 60 catches to go through, which was I think I didn't film all of them, but yeah, it was pretty fun that day. Let's just put it that way. So yes, it's made a difference, mate, to answer the question. Is fly fishing for cod something that interests you enough to try in the future as well, or are you strictly interested in trout on fly? I'd probably say bass before cod on fly. And the reason for that is, cod are notorious to be difficult enough to catch on normal conventional lure and bait. So, I'd probably not be too keen to try cod on fly just yet, but if I really get the itchy trigger finger on that and I decide to go down that road, then I'll probably go down that road at some point, but it won't be for a while, I don't think, for that one. But yeah, I'd say if I get my 5-6 weight going, I will definitely be chasing bass on fly as well at some point. We've got a couple of comments come through here. I'll just get to these and I'll go back to your questions. Good question, says committed to stupid fishing. Thumbs up. Thank you, mate. And thank you, Les, for the question. Thanks to user333 for the question. Also regarding barbless hooks with fly fishing, do you ever use a pair of pliers or take barbs off a lure? Example, your new Presso. No, I'm actually using barbed hooks for my fly as well. I mean, it's a single hook, and you pull the barb out. They're generally pretty good. Like they're not going to have any problems. If they're really sunk down deep and it's in a gill or something, I'll just cut the fly off and bye bye. They're about $1 a fly or something. They're not exactly super expensive piece of equipment to get rid of if you have to, in the interest of looking after the fish. You know, a lot of fishermen do use barbless hooks, and you know they're really for that way with regards to fish care, and which is fine. I don't have nothing against that. I think fish care is very important, and that's the idea. But yeah, I just haven't found it be a problem to me in my fishing really. You know, the trebles and stuff, they do tear up the mouth a little bit. So, you know, whether I try doing something barbless later on, maybe, I don't know. Maybe, possibly, but I'm not too phased about it at the moment. Yeah. Andrew says, do you find the bass slow down in the colder months? Absolutely, mate. Yeah, I definitely do. I tend to get away from them as autumn approaches. I tend to almost exclusively, especially because we're in Victoria here. I really only target them when I'm sick of chasing cod in summer. I'll go down and chase bass, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, it's kind of been a thing for me around New Year's. I'll go and actually chase bass, which I did this year and the previous season as well. So yes, definitely they slow down in the cold months. Wrangle with O Fish kind of says, how about carp on fly? They're a bit of fun. Absolutely, mate. Yeah, I'll definitely chase carp on fly. That's for sure. I think I'll be using a 5 or 6 weight for that though, not a 3 weight. Pitbull customer says, cool, good stuff. All right, we're getting to a couple of the last question here. What else do you have in the pipeline of upcoming videos? Enjoying them all, just curious. Okay, yeah. So obviously, as I said before, I've got the trout video, which will be premiering after this video. So stick around, guys, if you're still on it. 16 of you are on it, so I'm expecting 16 on the premiere. No, just joking. Actually, I'd be happy if one of you guys showed up and had a chat with me on there. So. Yeah, by the way, if you are getting any value out of these sorts of live videos, I really appreciate a like. If you've got super chats and things like that, if you want a bit more detailed information, that obviously is a donation to the channel for, you know, that said information. Happy to oblige on anything, you guys. But I'm happy just chilling here too. Charlie Barnes, I got a 78 centimeter carp today on a 2-inch Z-Man grub sight casting. That's awesome. That's actually a whopping carp. And yeah, that'd be an impressive fight. That'd be pretty good, Charlie, I reckon. Carp, a very underrated sport fish in Australia. They're not given their due credit for how well they actually fight. Yes, they are a garbage fish. They are noxious. They are horrible for our environment, all those things. But there's no point in not enjoying one when you actually hook it and just get rid of it like you're legally obliged to here in Oz. I know some people internationally would disagree with that practice, but that's the law here. So we have to follow that. And we will. So yeah, we've got 8 likes on the video. Thank you very much. I'm happy if I can get to. Oh, I got 9. If I can get to 10. Never mind. All good. Now we're getting to giveaway time now. So I've got to find out who is actually in the live if I can. Let's go to this dashboard here. Views, current viewers, because it show me. Still working out this live thing, guys. Live chat. That's all right. Who's in the comments here? We'll go from here. All right. Who wants to win some lures? If you want to win a lure, hit yes in the comments of this video. I'm pointing everywhere. And I'll use your name in this live to draw you out. So we've got a yes from Charlie Barnes, who wants to win a lure. We've got a yes from Andrew. We've got a yes from Jeff Bade. And we're going to leave me a couple of leave me outs. That's okay, guys. I appreciate your honesty and need for that, and that's great. So you guys are my mates anyway, so I'm sure you'll be fine with your own gear there, so that's fine. Now, what we got? Charlie. Charlie Barnes. Okay. Who else we got? Andrew. I'm not going to do that last name, mate. Sorry, that's too long. Andrew A. Jeff Bay. Who else we got? Sebastian Jones. Have you been here all this time, mate? I hope so. I don't want someone just tuning in just to win lures off me. All right, you're in. Who else we got? We got Committed and Stupid Fishing. That'll do. We all know who you are. Anyone else? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in at the moment. We've got a little bit more time. We're only 26 minutes into the live tonight, guys. So we breezed through it. Yes, mate, I've been watching on PlayStation and couldn't figure out how to comment. All good, mate. I appreciate that. That's cool. I'm just staring you up, really. But yeah, I'll go back through the lures. Okay, so we've got 2 Asakura. What are these? They're called S Hornets. One you can see is a deep runner float, and then the other one is a shallow runner float as well. So both floating lures. These are good season round. That's why I put them in there. And yeah, so something that gives a bit of use in a few different applications there. Obviously, you've got your good for your deeper pools. This is good for near on everything from your shallow riffles and deeper pools if they're up in the water column. Ranger with no fish. I'll put you down, Connor. I'm just going to write your name, Connor, though, because your name's too long on here. J Cat. J Cat wants to win. Legend Sebastian. Yeah. Where are we getting? Okay, we got a Daiwa Presso in a spotted dog cover. This box is annoying. Come on, I just want to be able to see it. Can you see it? Yeah, there you go. Brand new, still in the box. And we got the Duo Realis 80 SP. This is one of my favorite lures. I haven't caught many fish with this lure, but it is actually awesome. And a lot of brim guys use these on the flats as well. If you see Dill Pace, he absolutely loves these in the East Gippsland, chasing yellowfin and black brim as well. So they've got plenty of applications for your use. But being an 80mm lure, that's good for that spawn run size fish, which is all good. We've got a little bit more time. I'm going to go from 2 more minutes on names. So if you want to put your name in, do it now. Otherwise, you miss out. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys in at the moment. Where are you guys? Who wants to win some lures? Just double checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 7 people so far. So you get a 1 in 7 chance of winning those lures, which are the value of 30, 55, about $100 worth of lures here, guys. So not exactly a cheap prize. The Presso is Golden Retriever. Golden Retriever, is it? Looks like spotted dog to me. But anyway, that's all right. Matt Gold Pup. There you go. Matt Gold Pup. It's a bloody spotted dog. Every day of the week, that spotted dog. Big red and white dots all down the bloody thing. But yeah, that's all right. Okay, here we go. All right. 2 minutes is up. We're going to do the spinny the wheel. All right, there's a lot of names in here because I always double them up just to make the wheel look bigger, because I'm like a 1 million subscriber YouTuber. Look how many names we got. All right, here we go. Start. What the? That is not what I wanted. There we go. Connor, you win, mate. That's a good prize, bud. I know where you live too, so I can just drop them off. Terrific. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the live. As always, if you did like it, drop likes on it. We'll see you over at the premiere. This is trout fly fishing. Pitbull says, congrats, mate. Thank you very much to that one. Legend. Cheers, Lee. Cheers, Lee. Will do. No worries, Les. Les Pitbull Custom Lures as well. Check him out. He's got some awesome stuff. I've been catching some fish on his gear lately, so definitely check him out. Pitbull Custom Lures on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. I think you're on Facebook, aren't you, mate? Get the popcorn out, guy. Yeah, I love it. No worries. No worries, Reese. And Jay Cat says, congratulations, Connor. Thanks for tuning in, Jay. And bad luck, mate. Hopefully next time. Definitely tune in next time. We have a giveaway every single month. So there's always the chance. And being the low numbers that we have on here at the moment, you've got higher chances of winning every week. So benefits of tuning in to small YouTubers like myself. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm absolutely stoked with this live, considering last week was a nightmare. So, yeah, we will see you over on the premiere. Have a good night.